Well, hello. This is Creating Cards with Sherry. I'm Sherry, and I'm so glad that you have decided to join me today for my Tickle Tuesday video. Before we get going, I just want to cover some um, things that are going on this month, and that is bonus days. For every $50 that you spend, you can earn a $5 coupon. And then you collect, when you get that coupon, it'll be sent to you in your email, and you save that until the end of the month when on February 3rd, you will be able to redeem that and use it on other products. So make sure that you're keeping track of your coupons so that you can do that. Right now, we are in our mini catalog, the January to April 2026 mini catalog that just came out, and it's full of a lot of neat things and a lot of fun. All right. And then I want to explain something to you because it has to do with what I'm doing today. Okay. Today I am going to show you, and we're going to do a birthday pop-up card. Okay. Birthday pop-up cards. Lots of fun. They really aren't that difficult to do. It's just a lot of folding and cutting that you have to remember how to do it. But we're going to do those today, and I am using what is called the True Blue Florals 12 by 12 designer series paper. And this paper was a product of the month last month. Stampin' Up! Has started something new where every month, for every $75 that you spend, you can get the product of the month for only $5. All right. And this is this month's product of the month. It's this stamp set, the Fabulous Sayings. And if you spend $75 or more, you can get this for $5. So keep that in mind. These are good products, and they aren't found in the catalog. It's something different that they are putting together every month. So make sure you keep an eye out, or keep that in mind. I'm just going to show you, this was the product for last month, and I'm just going to show you how beautiful these were. The True Blue Florals. You do get 2 sheets of every one of these. I um, cut into some of them, so let's see how that goes on that side. I think these are just so beautiful. I think the patterns and everything are just really very simple colors and nice designs. And they're pretty. Wow. Anyway, that is the set. That was the product of the month that we are going to do. All right. Like I said before, we are going to do some birthday pop-up cards. And so I'm going to show you how these are made, and we'll just have a lot of fun with it. All right. I am using Night of Navy with my True DSP. And this is 4 1/4 by 11. And it's scored at 5 or folded at 5 1/2. Get my bone folder to make a nice crease there. And this also gets folded in half. Okay, and this is cut. Oops, I didn't quite cut it right. Okay, this should be cut, instead of by 11, this should be cut by 10 3/4. Let me get my cutting board so I can get that correct. Because we want to make sure that we get the same size all the way around. This should be 4. Yep, got that. And then the 11 is even, that's what it would have been if I would cut it at 11, but I am narrowing it down to 10 3/4 so that it will fit inside my card. All right. So then my fold is going to be a little different. I'm not going to worry too much about that. Okay. Now we got it right. Okay. Then I have 2 layer pieces. Sorry, I'm having trouble getting back in my chair. It's on wheels, so it tends to run away from me. Okay. We have 2 layer cards, both. This is 5 1/4 by 4. And this is 4. Let's see. I can't think straight. This is 5 by 3 3/4. And they will fit right on top of here. So we're going to do those first. Well, it looks like that needs to be cut down a little more. Oh, there you go. So I'm going to glue these two together just because it will be easier to do that in the long run. Okay. And then I'm going to take my labels. I just pulled some labels from some old kits that we had, and I'm going to stamp those with my Night of Navy ink. And I am using the Simply Said stamp set. All right. This will be my inside label. Let's celebrate. And my outside label. Birthday wishes. Okay. So we're all stamped and ready to go. Now we begin the process of making our pop-up area. All right. What you want to do is you want to be a 1/2 inch. You want to come in a 1/2 inch on both sides. So at the fold, you will want to put a little 1/2 inch tick mark there and one there. Okay. Then you want to come up 3 inches. And you're going to make another little tick mark there, making sure that it's even with your 1/2 inch. Yep, it is. And you want to do that on both sides as well. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we are going to cut straight up And you know what? If you don't feel comfortable, you're working from the back side. You decide which side of the paper you want to pop up. This is going to pop up. So I'm working on the back side. So any marking that I do back here will not be seen because um, gluing it down. So you don't have to worry about any of that. All right. So I am going to actually make a full line there so that I know my cut will be straight. Okay, that seems somewhat crooked to me. I don't know why. No, that's right. There we go. Okay, so here we go. All right. And you're going to find that it will fold at the end of where those cuts are. I'm just putzing with it to make sure that it goes right. Kind of tricky because you want to get it right on the end there. There we go. All right. Now I'm just going to play with it in here and make sure that it works. All right. Then I think I cut these too big. I must have measured wrong. Ah, phooey. Okay, well, that doesn't make it's not that big of a deal. I just have to make bigger ribbon, that's all. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the Secret C ribbon and we're gonna measure this from that end to that end. And I wanted to make the smaller box, but we'll work with this. This is 6 inches. So I want to go 6 inches on my ribbon. And I wouldn't even mind going over just a little bit more to make sure that I have enough. Okay. And then I believe what I need here is 3 inches. Yes. And I'll show you how this works in just a minute. So I'm going to cut 3 inches to go across. Okay. Oh, All right, then we're going to take our tear tape, and we're going to put a piece of this right down the middle. And I'm going to take my 6-inch ribbon and do it that way. Then this one, about the middle of that top half, I'm going to cut another piece. Well, it doesn't want to peel here. There we go. And I'm going to take my 3-inch ribbon and lay that across. Now what I can do is I can bend this and cut it even with the paper. So that's why I like to go over just a bit to make sure that I have exactly the amount that I need. And I go to all 4 sides of the ribbon, or all 4 ends, I should say, to make sure that it works. Okay. And then I had taken an 8-inch ribbon and I made a bow the size that I wanted it to be. And I'm going to use mini glue dots to put my ribbon on. Okay, need to see which side I want. Okay. Take this glue dot and put that right there. Okay. Now, before I forget, I'm going to take my 2 top layers, and with my stamp and seal, I'm going to secure them on the top of my card. And then we are going to put stamp and seal all the way down one side to that halfway mark, to where your middle fold is. Okay. And that's the top half of my card. So I am going to go ahead and line that up in here. And then I'm going to, it's just easier to do it this way as far as getting things put on both ends. Because now I can flip this over like this. Okay, I'm just making sure it's going to work. Okay, this is the top side of my card. And I open it up. And here we have our box. Okay. So That's the way it should fit. Okay. Then I am going to put, because there's so much poof in here, I'm going to, there we go. That's what's going on. I'm not going to use Stampin' Dimensionals to put my labels on because there's already enough height and stuff. So I don't want to make that any worse. So I'm just going to secure them with the Stampin' Seal. And I'm going to put Let's Celebrate in here. And I'm going to do my birthday wishes here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my antique pearls. And I'm going to put some of these embellishments on this card. Okay, so your folds should be such a way that when you fold this, everything will be hidden under there, but it comes open like this so that it can be seen as a gift. All right, and that's your birthday pop-up card. I hope that you have enjoyed that today. Here's the smaller one. If you want to do a smaller one, the measurements are pretty much the same, but that one is 3 inches. So you want to come up 1.5 inches when you cut on the inside. And the two sides, you want to go 1.5 inches. And then you'll get the smaller box, if that makes any sense to you. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed that presentation. It was a lot of fun to make that. You have a fantastic Tuesday, and I will see you again on Sunday for my Simple Sunday video. Bye now.